Hey there, guys. What is going on? Slappy here. Playing some more Creativerse in our beautiful teleporter hub. I'm recording in advance, so I apologize if I haven't responded to your comments yet. So I don't really sure what people think about this place yet. I hope you guys are liking it. Today, I hope to make a bunch of progress. This is the biome side. That's what I started and did up until this one here is what we had. Last episode, I've been doing a bit of work off camera. As you can see, I think this is looking really good. I'm really excited about this design, and I'm continuing it on. I'm committing to it, and you can see I've already got all the way to where this is going to end. Right here is the end of the biome section. There's 14 biomes in the game, plus the 4 underground ones, so I've counted it out. I've built the floor, and I think it's going to look really good. Next up is just putting in blocks, getting stuff done. But I think it's going to look really good. I'm excited about it. I'm rearing to go. I kind of want to get this side done today. The biome side I want completely done. I wouldn't mind getting a little bit more work on other places done as well. But yeah, I think it's looking really good. I think this design is going to look good on a full hallway. I'm curious to see how it looks on sort of a big scale with everything. But I'm hoping it looks good because I feel like I'm kind of committed to it now that I've placed all of these blocks. Anyway, I think it'll be really cool for each box to have sort of its own vibe. I also think it'll be cool because once we get to the community builds and the player teleporter sides, you know, everyone can design their own little 5x5 cube. And I think that'll be really cool. I'm imagining some very creative things that people can put. So that'll be really nice. Anyway, I've got a bunch of building ahead of me. I'm going to stop waffling on, and I'm going to get this done. Well, all right. Thanks to some help from Old Man G, who you can find on YouTube. Thanks to some help, I have the entire room more or less done, and I've got my biomes laid out. We've got the 4 warm biomes in the front here. Desert, savanna, canyon, and jungle, and then the cold ones I think are at the end. The other ones are in between. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do for this back wall yet, but something. And anyway, you can see it looks, I think, really good. I think once these are filled up, this room's really going to pop. I'm liking this design. The only thing I'm a little hesitant about is sort of this center slab thing. I don't know about this little design we've got. It breaks up the floor, and I don't mind it. I just think it's a little bit weird. The other thing is all of these are going to have like a light in them. So I kind of wanted to test out what that looks like. And then this one here, I want to take out that torch. There we go. I want to take out that torch. Yeah, I'll fix that up after. But each of these will sort of have its own little light source. And it'll also be closed in. And you can see there's no glass in this room, which is kind of purposeful. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I think it'll be pretty cool. I just want to get a little bit of a glimpse of what this is like with the lights in. I'm going to start trying to put in these biomes. I also have to get the teleporters set up to each of them. Yeah, this is sort of what I was hoping for. Sort of a dark room, and then each of these is sort of illuminated. The sign render distance annoys me a little bit, but to be honest, that's part of the reason we have the biomes each having their own little window so that you can easily find them. Yeah, so now it's just a matter of creating a bunch of mini biomes and getting the teleporter set up. It should be not a quick process, but a relatively easy process. So I think I'll probably do a couple, show you guys, do a couple, show you guys. But the build looks really good. I'm actually really happy with this side. I think it'll be really cool. So without further ado, more building. The server is bumping, and we've got a bunch of work done. I've just been grinding it out, playing with the people on the servers, and let's see, who we got online right now? 5 people, there you go. I think we were up to 11 before, but look at this. Doesn't that look good from this side? Anyway, this is actually almost done. I was just sort of chatting and finishing, and we've got most of these done. They're not all connected yet. A couple of them are, none of the underground ones. It's not important which ones. A couple of them are. You can see there's a little bit of a lighting bug from this side for some reason. Maybe if we just replace the lamp, would that fix it? Lighting bugs in this game, man. Yeah, I may need to replace a bunch of these. which is a little bit of a bummer. I hope it doesn't like reload every time I come here. If it is, we're gonna have to do some different lighting styles, but that's all right. Anyway, you can see we're almost done. Grasslands, very plain. I think we have 5 left. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, super easy to tell where you're going. I think all of these so far are pretty self-explanatory. Which is cool. I really like the vibe of this room. I like how it looks from the center, too. I think it's got like a really good look. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. I am curious, from the center point. All the signs are visible from the center point. So what we'll probably do is a big arc sign that says, you know, what it is. Because I think that'll be good. Anywho, a little bit more work to do before we're done one side of this, which is pretty exciting. So I'm just going to keep doing it. Why, look at this progress. I was playing on the server last night, hopped in chat, you know, just having a good time. There's nothing quite like playing on a bustling server. And look at this. We are done. We have every biome done. They aren't hooked up yet, to be fair. Some of them are, some of them aren't. But I think this room looks really good. I actually really dig it. I think it's really good. I really like it. Some of these are better than others, I would say. The grassland obviously leaves a little bit to be desired. The ocean one is kind of plain, but I think they all do a pretty accurate job of describing sort of what they are, which is the most important thing. So that's pretty cool. I have to hook these up. I'll probably do those another time. If anyone else... No, you know what? I was going to leave that open-ended, but then I feared that these are going to go to mining biomes. That's the point. Some of these are done. The canyon one is not done. I don't know. We had a canyon set up. I'm not sure what block it was, though. Grass, and then the block is typically what I'm using for these. Is that wildwood? Yeah, that is. Anyway, so those are done, which is pretty cool. And I even managed to get a little bit more work done. Look at this. The first player side is about to be ready. Just kidding, we're miles away. But the community build side, oh, well, I guess I can show you guys the signs. I took down the signs that were there and I put arc signs. You can see they look pretty good, so very clearly labeled which side is which. So that way, I think people, when they land here, you can have a very easy... I think it'll be very easy to tell which way to go, which is pretty cool. The yellow side, we are going to... You know what? I think I might have the materials to do what I want to do. Do I have asphalt on me? I don't think so. We're going to just close this off for the time being. We're just going to close this off for the time being. We'll probably work on this side eventually. But for now, I just want to get these two sides running. Community builds and one of the player sides so that people can start putting down their teleporters. But this side is almost done. We're going to close it off. I just want to finish sort of this section, and then we're going to close it off because this is the community build side. And to be honest, we don't have... that many community builds at this section. I don't think we're going to need many more than like 12 to sort of 16 places anytime soon. And when we do, we can extend this out because it's very tileable. So the community build section is going to, yeah, it's going to not be huge just yet. But this will be really great once we start doing community builds, which we are going to do very soon. I do have a project in mind I would like to start, but it's going to take a little bit of time. But you can see this looks pretty good. We need some of the lighting that's going to come from the individual things. I can show you guys over in this direction. So there's actually no lights in this place that aren't from the displays themselves. And I think it actually gives a really nice vibe. I will never be short for mob drops in this world. It is so hard to get people to sleep, but that's fine. It's fine. Nighttime's an experience. But yeah, all the lighting comes from the displays. You can see we've got shadows kind of crisscrossing the floor, and I think it gives the room a really good vibe. It's kind of dingy. It's a little foggy. I think it kind of makes the space seem bigger when it's illuminated from the sides and like the bottom, because you kind of get this cascading shadow effect, so it kind of makes it seem a little bit taller. And yeah, I think it looks really good. I'm really happy with the design. Now that I see it like fully formed in this side, I'm really happy with the design. The only thing I'm a little hesitant about is this sort of circle thing that breaks up the floor. I think that could use work. I'm not sure what the work would be, but yeah, I'm really happy. It's kind of plain, but it's also supposed to be, so that you focus on sort of the, I keep calling them exhibits, but the little teleporter sections. But I think it's gonna be really cool. So on the player side, like, people would get to design their own little bubble and then put their teleporter. And I think you're going to see a lot of creativity. It's sort of a little miniature of what your build is. And I think it's going to be really cool. So anyway, I got a bunch more, blocks to place. I do want to finish, I could easily finish this side. We just have to cap off the back. Let's see, how many spots is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 2 is 12. I think the only thing that'll be filled in this side is a teleporter to spawn, where there is some building going on, which I'm pretty excited about. There'll be a teleporter to spawn, but other than that, we have no other community builds going at the moment. So that'll be really cool. Yeah, that'll be really cool. Okay, yeah, so we have two sides that I want to sort of at least get some work done on today. I wouldn't mind getting at least one of the player sides sort of up so people can start putting in their teleporters. I've already had people asking me. So, yeah, just time to get to work. Bum, 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 bum. We are getting closer. I've been sort of splitting time between this side and that side, trying to finish both. Yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. To be honest, it's just mostly getting in the floor that's kind of the pain, just because we're over top of water, so it could be a little bit of a pain to build. I also just put in some lights just to make sure everything looks good. I think it looks really good. Putting in the back walls. I'm going to probably enclose the whole thing. I was sort of torn. If we look at the map, which is always fun, you can see here, you can see like we've got some of the biomes peeking through the top, and that's because these aren't actually closed off. I just decided to build the roof out of whatever it was. And yeah, so that's kind of cool. Sloppy spawned here earlier. Yeah, we gotta, people keep leaving the door open at spawn, so it's not safe. Sorry. Pet peeve of mine. Like a real life pet peeve that apparently extends to Creativerse that I did not know extended Creativerse. People leaving doors open all the time. But this side's almost done. We just really got to put in the back wall, and then we can start putting in stuff, which is pretty cool. The other side, we've just got the floor down. But it doesn't take too long to put up the walls. My biggest time constraint right now is actually just making slabs. I really wish there was a better way to just queue up slabs, but oh well. I also might run out of stone, which would be awkward and embarrassing. I actually had to go mine grass the other day, which felt very bizarre. I had to go mine grass to fill in some of these, which felt crazy. Anyway, let's go check out spawn. Let's make sure this is safe. Go through a nice loading screen. Remember when they just used to be super plain? If you guys don't remember this, 61 players. There we go. If you guys don't remember this, Creativerse loading screens, they actually had a big competition. They chose 10 screenshots from people, and those are now the loading screens, which I think is really cool. Yeah. This is all 3 down, so yeah, it had to be the open doors. I guess I could use sensors to make sure the doors close. I don't know what else I could do other than maybe make it like a double door. Maybe make a double door on this side. I do want to make the staircase that meets up with the pathway. You know what? We've worked a lot on the teleporter. Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit more room on the teleporter room, and then we might come... Yeah, we're going to come back and refurbish this a little bit. This is stupid with double doors, but we are going to refurbish this area a touch. I also want to add a teleporter to the teleporter room at spawn so that people can easily access it. But I do want to make the staircase. Okay, yeah, we're going to come back here with a sensor. How do I make a sensor? It's been so long since I've really crafted a lot of this stuff, because I usually just have chests full of it, you know what I mean? There's 2 arc stones. That's not bad, actually. Let me just do that now. Bloom, 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 bloom. Let me just do that real quick here. Yeah, I do... yeah, I've worked a lot over the past few days. I've been pre-recording these. I think I've mentioned just way too many times in the past few episodes. So I've just been... Basically, I played like 8 hours yesterday working on the teleporter room. Which is kind of crazy, but I'm also just been really enjoying sort of the Creativerse grind. You know what I mean? Alright, how do sensors work again? No, N is... Right, so width 2, length 3, height 4. Yes, okay. Send. And then if we hold shift, you can... yeah, that looks good. You know what? Actually, I'm going to move it back one so that you get a little bit more runway. So let's go 2, let's go 5, 4, and if we hold shift, we can do multiple at the same time. Easy peasy. Look at us. Just solving problems one at a time. That is a little bit close. We'll probably put another door here to the staircase, because I was thinking here we'd put the teleporter to the TP room. Anyway, a little bit more work on the TP room, and then probably a little bit refurbishment at spawn. Yeah, I think that's how we'll finish today's episode. A little bit more of the TP room. I just want to get a few more pillars and stuff up, and then hopefully we can finish a staircase leading down to the pathway. Creepy room. Creepy room. Okay, last look at this place today. This might seem a little bit like a weird way to build it, but I gotta be honest, getting the roof just started is kind of the biggest hassle, like getting the pattern going. From this point on, it's actually quite easy because you have basically scaffolding by being on the roof. But just getting it started, making sure everything lines up, is kind of the hardest part, I find. It's the part that takes the most time. So I'm really happy I got this done. Now it's just a matter of extending it, which is pretty easy. Might get some people to help me out with that on the server. Pretty basic though. Now it's just extending it down. I may make this even a little bit longer, and then the yellow one will match this one, but with yellow. Obviously, but it'll be pretty big. Just, I'm not sure how many people actually want a teleporter here, but I'm guessing there's going to be a few, and I don't really want to have to add on to this anytime too soon, so if I can make it quite large, then I won't need to come back and build on it, hopefully for a while, but we'll see. Anyway, I got it started, which is cool. Now it's just a matter of extending it. But I think it looks really good. The red side is pretty much done. I didn't quite have the time or patience to exactly copy the end yet. But pretty much the rest of it's done. I might have already shown you guys this, but it's pretty well done. I just need to put the back plate on it, which is pretty easy. And then, yeah, so that's really cool. The yellow side will remain under construction for at least a little bit longer. I haven't touched this center part, as I'm sure you guys have noticed. I'm a little bit more focused on getting it up and running. A little bit more focused on getting it up and running with the sides. And then once I finish that, I think I will focus on the center part, because I really want to put some effort into designing it and whatnot. So if I can get it up and running, people can use it, and then I will worry about this center point. Anyway, let's go to spawn and get a little bit of work done there to end today, but I'm really excited about how this is coming along. I actually really like this design. I think it's going to be a really nice hub. You know, it's not terribly detailed. But I think that's good for us. I think letting people design their own little things will be like a really cool little vibe. I think this will work really well. It's not too laggy yet, which is nice. We're at the bottom of the map. And I just think this will be really nice to have up and running. I think having a hub where people can teleport to one another easily, because, you know, touchstones, you only get one, so maybe you put that at your base, and then, you know, people can have a storage room and then have builds they're working on. I just think this will be a really good way to connect people in a server. You can be like, hey, my TP is up. And I think that'll be really cool. So anyway, that's it for this today. One last look. We actually got so much done. I can't believe we finished one entire wing, minus setting up the teleporters, of course, and almost got everything else done. That's super. I'm excited about this. So that's really cool. So let's go do a little bit of work at spawn. Maybe check out someone's build. And yeah. Before we head over to spawn, I thought I would come take a look at what Nallis is building. He has been, he or she, not sure, sorry, I'm just using a general he. They have been on the server just grinding the past few days, as have I. So I've seen them on a lot, chatted, you know, had some good times. They've been working on a sky castle, and I'd come over here just to see sort of how, you know, what they've been up to, and wow. I can't even imagine how long it would take just to place this. But that's going to be really cool. I'm not going to go up there. I don't want to spoil it just yet, but just the framework of it alone is super impressive. They got a little farm going. It looks really amazing. They've also got a pretty cool storage room. I teleported over here and was a little surprised by Mittens here. He's not the friendliest face to arrive to. Ooh, cool place to have a bed. Interesting. But cool little storage room. I like sort of the way it's hanging down, and you got some teleporters and stuff. Very cool. Very cool. Very, very cool. Well, alrighty then. I finished what I wanted to do. I've got a nice little teleporter hub to spawn. This is controlled, so hopefully it's a little bit safer in there. Teleporter hub to spawn. Which I think is going to work. I should get a sensor for this door as well, just to solve that issue. But we got an easy way to get to the teleporter hub, and then we've got a winding path down the mountain. I tried to make it sort of twist and bend a little bit. I put some fences just to sort of give it a little bit more of a shape. And then it ends at the pathway. I'm not super happy with this staircase. It's quite a steep decline. But yeah, I think it's good. So that's cool. Spawn is more or less finished. I just want to grab a sensor for right here. And thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you think in those comments down below. And subscribe for more. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Ciao!